Hello everyone and welcome to a special video where we will be looking at the career of one of the most famous Brazilian footballers who has ever graced a football pitch, and that is the Brazilian number 9 Ronaldo. Now you can find Ronaldo on the Steam workshop at the ripe age of 17 years of age, and he is currently playing at the club where he first started playing football, and that was Cruzeiro in the Brazilian top division. As you can probably see, statistics at the minute aren't really that great, but then again, for a 17-year-old who's just started out playing football for a professional football team, they will change. With this file, I have added the English Premier League as well as the Spanish La Liga and the Italian Serie A as well. So you never know, we may actually see Ronaldo playing for Inter Milan or Real Madrid or even AC Milan as well. So how this save file is going to work, we're going to jump ahead 2 years and we're going to see whether Ronaldo is still actually with Cruzeiro in the Brazilian top division or whether he will move on to somewhere else, maybe in the English Premier League or Italy or Spain. So we'll see what happens in 2 years' time. The date at the minute is currently the 25th of June 2018, so we'll come back in 2 years' time. Okay, so we have gone 2 years ahead now. It's now the 25th of June 2020. We last left Ronaldo in the Brazilian top division with Cruzeiro. So let's see where he is now. Well, he's actually made a transfer over to Liverpool in the Premier League. Liverpool fans, are you happy with that? So he's actually now valued, his valuation is at £47.5 million. And the guy's on £210,000 a week. Would you mind that as a 19-year-old? I wouldn't. I'll tell you what though, he's now also playing in the national team as well. He's made 7 appearances for Brazil and he's also scored a goal. And I'm very early on, I'd probably say that's not bad for a 19-year-old, but over the next few years we'll see how much that increases. Let's have a look at his history. So you can see that he played for Cruzeiro up until 2020. So he will be signing for... he has just signed for Liverpool. So last season, which for 19 million as well wasn't that bad, was it? I mean, he's made 26 appearances in his first season, scoring 12 goals and 1 assist. He doubled that in his following season, playing 43 games and scoring 27, and then only playing 16 games the following year, scoring 12 goals. But his average rating has been going up and up and up. So we'll see what he can do for Liverpool for this season, shall we? We will have a look at that in a couple of minutes. So we'll jump ahead another 2 years. I'm expecting Ronaldo to start playing for Liverpool a lot more now because he hasn't actually played yet, has he? So we'll see what he can do for Liverpool. We'll see if he lights the Premiership a light, shall we? Okay, so what you guys saw about 2 seconds ago from one part of the video to the next has been roughly around about 2.5 hours. We left Ronaldo just starting up his career with Liverpool at the age of 19. He is now 21, as it's June 2022. Let's have a look. Is he still at Liverpool? Has he moved? He is still at Liverpool, and Jesus, look at that valuation. A 21-year-old who's worth £78 million. He's still on 210k because he's still got 3 years left on his current contract. And the attributes, look at the attributes. He's finishing for a 21-year-old, 19. He's got 3 separate attributes, which are currently 20. His composure, he's off the ball, his technique. Jesus, that is phenomenal. But the last time you saw this part of the video, he claimed 7 caps for Brazil and only scored 1 goal. He's now obtained 20 caps and 11 goals. That is magnificent. We'll have a look at the Brazilian team in a minute, but I do want to have a look at his career stats. And, well, he's carried on from where he left off in Brazil. He's banging in goals for fun. He has made 32 appearances for Liverpool and scoring 15 goals in his first proper season for Liverpool, and then he's increased his goal tally by 8 goals in that season, and his assists, and his player of the match as well. His average rating has also increased over the 2 years, which is absolutely brilliant for him. But his valuation, I'm astonished by his valuation. A 21-year-old who's valued at £78 million, phenomenal. Interestingly, let's have a look at Liverpool and let's see where they are in the table. Let's see if they've managed to do much. So they finished fourth in the most recent season. It's not bad, isn't bad, but let's have a look to see if I remember how it is done. Actually, let's have a look at the schedule. There we are. So, wasn't bad this season. Wasn't bad at all. We will have a look at the previous year, 2021. Let's have a look at the Premier Division from then. I will try and find it over the recent years. There we go. So, the year before, they actually won the league with Ronaldo playing, which is absolutely brilliant for any of you Liverpool fans on there. For myself, the Villa are up in the Premier League as well, so a little pat on the back for me. Finishing 9th, that's not bad. So, let's look at Brazil. Let's see if we can find them. So, schedule. Let's have a look. So, they're banging in goals for fun. Really, in the Confederations Cup, you can see Ronaldo scoring there. New Zealand, another goal from Ronaldo. Australia, another goal for Ronaldo. There's a bit of a connection going on there. He's doing really, really well for his club and country. So what we will do, we will go. I'll say one more set for 2 years, and then I'll leave the video there, and we'll see Ronaldo at the age of 23 years of age, and we'll see where he is. We'll see what he's doing. Hello everyone, and welcome to the final phase of this video, where we will see how far Ronaldo has got in his career so far. He is currently 23 years of age, so we've went through 6 years of his career, going from Brazil into England with Liverpool Football Club. Is he still there? Is he still valued at £78 million? And is he still banging in goals for Brazil? Let's have a look. But his first answer, he is still playing for Liverpool Football Club, and the attributes just keep on increasing. They really, really do. I mean, if you want to take a look back 2 years ago when he was 21 years of age, you'll see the comparison between then and now. He's still got 3 attributes which are at 20. His finishing still 19. His first touch 17. They really are something to admire from a footballer. The one standout key for this in a minute, his valuation's gone up by £10 million. And they've actually offered him, Liverpool Football Club have actually offered Ronaldo a new contract. So he's now on £250,000 per week up until 2027. I mentioned before, I was asking a question about whether Ronaldo would still be banging in goals for fun. Well, the figures speak for themselves, really, don't they? 41 caps for Brazil and 30 goals
for his country. That is something else. I've had a look at his caps that he's earned for Brazil and the goals. Let's have a look to see his career stats. And interestingly, okay, the recent season, maybe that was through injury potentially, but he's only made 23 appearances, scoring 20 goals, 1 assist, and only 5 man of the match awards. And his average rating was 7.87. I mean, for a striker as well, that's a good average rating regardless. But if you look at the comparison between the season before when it was 2022, 2023, you know, he played every game bar one. You know, scoring 25 goals, 4 assists, and 12 man of the matches, and his rating then, you know, was 7.89. Did he help Liverpool win the league? Did he help them? Let's have a look. So, we'll go to... No, that was the season before. My apologies. Season 22-23. Liverpool finished runners-up. So our second to Arsenal, who were champions. Only 4 points, but you can see the impacts that Ronaldo had on that season. You know, 30 something goals, 35 goals, I believe. No, not 35. 25, something to that equivalent. You know, 25 of those goals were, you know, from Ronaldo. You know, it's showing how much of an impact he's having on the club at the minute. You know, no wonder why they've offered him a new contract, which is now worth £250,000. Let's look up to the recent season, and they did actually win the league, so they finished first. So, any Liverpool fans on here, you'll be running around the street, swinging your t-shirts around, I'm sure. And they did actually finish with 94 goals in the season. It's quite a points difference as well. 8 points difference between Liverpool to Man City. So, yeah, he's having an impact. You know, maybe he was injured. Maybe he just wasn't hitting the form. But then again, a player such as Ronaldo, you'd be surprised if somebody actually said he's not hitting form. Now, we did actually end the last section of the video in 2022, so we did actually have a World Cup. Let's see if Ronaldo had an impact on that, shall we? Let's have a look. So, well, Brazil actually sitting first at the minute in the world rankings. Let's have a look. So, let me see. We'll go back a couple of years. We will go back. So, well, there it goes. It speaks for itself, really. They played Denmark, Holland, and Japan in the World Cup Group F. 3-3 against Denmark. Well, actually, did Ronaldo score? Ronaldo scored in that game. He didn't score against Holland, but they still beat Holland 2-1. But he did score a goal against Japan. They only just beat Brazil, though. Portugal on penalties in the second round. They beat Italy convincingly, and well, look at that, banging in a hat trick against Italy. But then eventually losing that to Spain in the semi-finals and beating Argentina on penalties 3-3, and actually Ronaldo scoring deep into stoppage time in extra time. So it's, I mean, just looking at the minutes, they're going through the World Cup qualifiers again. Still unbeaten. He's still banging in goals for his country. He's scored in every single game during the World Cup qualifiers at the minute. On that last page, and he's having such an impact on the team. It really is. It's phenomenal. I mean, just looking at that rating down, he's banged in at 8.6 against Chile. He didn't even score. But yeah, he's even in Brazil, he's a standout player. Now, what I will say is, if you are interested in having Ronaldo play for your team, you will have to start a new season. However, you can download Nothing down. You can subscribe to the file off Steam. It's quite easy to find. I believe it's called Ronaldo, the legend, or the Brazilian legend, something to that equivalent. He does start off at the age of 17, and he is playing for Cruzeiro in the Brazilian top division. You don't necessarily have to have the Brazilian league on your file, on your save file, to actually find him. It's quite easy to pick up. Let's pick him up. We'll leave it there. So we've gone 6 years since the start of the game. The save file, sorry. He is now 23 years old. I will be adding a second part to this video, and we will be pushing Ronaldo all the way through his career until he retires. Has he peaked his form at 23 years of age? I sincerely doubt it. Will he be staying at Liverpool, though? That's the question that has to be asked. I did notice as well he was wanted by the French champions Paris Saint-Germain. How much they're willing to pay for him is a different question. Will Liverpool actually be willing to listen to offers for him? Again, another question. We'll have to wait and see. If you do want to see whether Ronaldo stays at Liverpool, whether he's still valued at £88 million, whether he's still banging in goals for Brazil and for Liverpool, hit that like button, hit the subscribe to my channel, and hit that notifications button as well, so you get frequent, up-to-date videos that I will be uploading. There is plenty more content to come in the next few days and weeks, and this second part of the video. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I know I have. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will speak to you all very, very soon.